All right, well, welcome back. We are on day one of our Alaska tip-to-tip trip. So over the course of the next 2 weeks, we are going to drive from Palmer to Prudhoe Bay, back to Palmer, then down to Homer, Seward, and back to Palmer. So we are effectively going from end to end of the state. Today was a highway day. Today we drove from Palmer to Fairbanks, and then we are here at Olin Lake, or Olin Pond, about mile 15 or 20 of the Elliott Highway. And we're gonna call this home for tonight. So today's travel was pretty good, lots of highway, and no dogs on this trip, so it's just me, Laurel, and Matthew. And we made pretty good time. We hit a really bad thunderstorm cell in Fairbanks, and it was probably raining 3 or 4 inches an hour with hail. So we went ahead and went up the Elliott Highway a little bit and found this spot here tonight. Flip the camera around. So here's our view. This is a state park campground, but it's pretty darn nice. And we got the old Grand Cherokee and the off-grid trailer 2.0. Good morning. So today is day 2, but really first day of our off-road and adventuring day. So we spent the night here at Old Nace Pond, just north of Fairbanks. We got up, had a quick breakfast, on and off rain last night, but nothing too bad. And this morning we're gonna get up, get going here, and we're gonna start on the Elliott Highway and then turn onto the Dalton Highway. And our goal today is Coldfoot Camp, which is north of the Arctic Circle. So it should be a 5 or 6 hour without stops, so probably a few more than that, because I'm sure we'll be stopping and taking pictures and drones and stretching legs. So anyway, it's been a good start to the trip. Yesterday was all highway. Today I think the real fun begins. So
where are you? Hi, you're on the Dalton Highway. All right, we made it. All right, so we're officially on dirt on the Dalton Highway, just a little bit south of the Arctic Circle, which we'll make our way to here momentarily. And we're gonna start heading north on the dirt road here. We'll start doing some more footage. And we just met Tim and Marissa from No Tears Frontiers, another YouTube channel that we watch pretty regularly. They are traveling 2 up on a KTM motorcycle. Very inspirational. Glad you guys could do that and still stay happily married, because I don't know if my wife and I could. But nonetheless, we'll actually be probably leapfrogging them on this trip, so hopefully we'll get to see them again. But if not, it was really cool to get to meet them in person. So anyway, off-grid trailer making its way towards the Arctic Circle today, and we're on dirt from here on out. And little dude
is just love stretching his legs out. Hey, hey, come on. I don't know if this audio will come in good because of the wind, but pulled over on the side of the road, a place called Finger Rock. Probably a little touristy, but still a pretty cool little spot. After hundreds of miles of nothing but marshland, it's kind of interesting to see actual rock outcroppings again. But anyway, we're less than 100 miles now from Coldfoot and making good time. Beautiful day. So you can see pretty sunny here, but we passed through these little thunder cells with brief downpours, so definitely some muddy sections of the road. But all in all, a pretty nice drive and a pretty nice day. All right, so we made it to the Arctic Circle. Furthest north ever been. So you can see the weather has truly changed for the better. It's sunny and warm and dry out, which is great. So just a quick stop here and stretch our legs, took a couple pictures, and get back on the highway and make it up to Coldfoot for camp. All right, so after driving through Coldfoot Camp, we pulled off the highway on a nice little gravel bar right on the river and made camp for the night. It was a little cloudy, but it was still a really nice evening. And as we settled in, the clouds moved out, and we had a pretty nice evening here. Made some dinner and had a good night's sleep before finishing the Dalton Highway the next day. Matthew got to play around, and we had just a really good family evening here. All right, well, we are all packed up. Day 2 of the Dalton. Today's goal will be Dead Horse and at the gate of Prudhoe Bay. Today's, I think, going to be probably the best day as far as driving as we go through the actual Brooks Range and up over Adigan Pass. So hopefully lots of video, lots of photos, and probably a couple drone shots. About a 5 or 6 hour drive again today without stopping, so I'm sure it'll be a few more. And it's almost noon already, so it's time to go. Right, so we are at Adigan Pass, the highest road pass in Alaska. Took a couple drone shots here and kind of enjoyed the views. This is just absolutely beautiful up here, and quite the feat getting up here. So super excited to be up here. We're gonna go in and drop back down the other side and up towards the North Slope. And we chatted with some folks from Idaho a little while back that mentioned that they saw bison, caribou, and lynx. So hopefully we can get some wildlife sightings and get that. So at this point in the trip, we were getting pretty close to Prudhoe Bay and started seeing lots of caribou like this little guy crossing the road. But we got into Prudhoe Bay and checked into a hotel, the Aurora Hotel, had a good night's dinner there at the cafeteria and had a much needed shower. Matthew got some ice cream and we woke up the next morning to do our tour up to the Arctic Ocean. There's Matthew and Laurel and me, and we are officially at the Arctic Ocean. It's our tour group here today, but this is the Arctic Ocean. Prudhoe Bay, Alaska. And arguably, at least according to our tour bus driver, the nicest day of the year. It was 72 degrees yesterday, 68 degrees forecast today, and clear. And our tour guide was saying that normally it's overcast here and very rarely gets above 50, so we nailed it. So we're gonna walk down here and go put a foot in the water. All right, so we are at the official end of the Dalton in Dead Horse. We just got done with a tour of the oil fields and went up to the Arctic Ocean. And we put our feet in, so that should count for the polar bear plunge. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. Pretty cool to be this far north as Alaskans. This is in our backyard, 3 days away. And it's so cool and inspiring to meet people from around the country and around the world that this is on their bucket list to make it to the north end of the Pan America Highway and to the northern end of the United States. And very cool to meet some people and talk to them about their travels. And we're here at the general store looking at the sign and the sticker wall and seeing stickers from all around the world of people that, you know, made it up here. And one of the points of our channel and our story is that this is right in our backyard and we get to enjoy this whenever we want, really. So anyway, that's the Dalton Highway northbound. We're gonna turn around and start heading south. Probably not gonna film as much since it's gonna be a lot of repeat stuff that we already saw, unless we just see something from a different angle that we haven't seen before. But probably other than wildlife or any other really cool sights and sounds we missed. But we should be in Fairbanks in a couple days, and then we'll pick back up as we head down towards Canwell Glacier. So here we go.
Well, after 3 days of beautiful weather, we woke up inside of our almost blackout tent. Unfortunately, the weather outside has dramatically changed. Yes. Puking rain. And as a side note, when you're boondocking in Alaska and you show up to camp after midnight, don't park this close. It's rude. If you are going to park this close, don't set your car alarm off every 2 hours. That's all. Matthew slept through it. Hi, Matthew. All right. Lazy morning, because none of us want to get out and get wet.
All right, so we woke up and started heading south, and the further south we went, the more it began to rain. And as we were getting back towards the Elliott Highway, the Dalton Highway definitely turned to a muddy, sloppy mess. So we got back to the Dalton Highway sign to a very muddy truck and trailer and made our way into Fairbanks.
All right. Well, that was fun. So we just made it back to the beginning of the Dalton Highway, and the weather is different than when we went north. It rained a lot, and the road turned into muck.
Slippery muck.
Yeah. So Alaska DOT puts
Calcium chloride.
what she said on the road for dust control, but in the water it just turns into pancake batter. So let's go walk around the car and the trailer. Oh. So it's dirty. It's really dirty. It is like 2 in the afternoon, Saturday, day 5, 6 of our trip. And my check-in this morning said we were going to go to Fairbanks and figure out where we wanted to go from there. And I think we're going to stick to our original plan. We're going to head down the Richardson Highway, or for non-Alaskans, Highway 4, to Delta Junction, and then continue south on the Richardson, which is then Alaska 2. Alaska doesn't use the numbers. And we're going to go to the Canwell Glacier and spend the night there. Should be a cool trail. It goes up the moraine right next to the glacier with a nice view. It's going to be rainy tonight, and that's okay. We'll just be mentally prepared for it. We'll bust out the awning and we'll sleep inside the hard structure of the trailer, and I think we'll be okay. And tomorrow's supposed to clear out a little bit, so hopefully tomorrow clears out. Some good views of the glacier, fly the drone around. And then tomorrow we're going to head home, back towards Palmer, and got to pick up the dogs from my parents because they're leaving for a trip. And we're going to do 2 days at home, and then as of right now, the weather forecasting is looking pretty good for late next week down in southern Alaska, south central. And so I think we'll stick to our plan and go south and go check out Homer, Kenai Peninsula, and the Turnagain Mountains, Kenai Mountains. So should be a good rest of the week. A couple of days at home to dry out and do some laundry and mow the lawn and all that other stuff that comes with normal life. But anyway, we're sitting in traffic right now in Fairbanks, so I figured it was a good time to do an update. See you down the road.